Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. Happy pre-Friday. Got a mail day for you. Got some sweet stuff here. I'll start it out with a banger. 54 Teddy ball game. Number 250. The number 1 card is orange and the yellow one is number 250. Graded 2. Looks, color and centering is probably almost 5-6-ish or whatever. The corner's a little bummed, but what it is there is a crease that comes across here that doesn't distort the color at all. So perfect crease for me because it results in a 2 and it results in a much more affordable card, and that mofo will display very nice. So pretty excited about that. So 2 Teddy ball games in consecutive weeks. Real happy to have that. Way overdue, right? Should have had that one a long time ago. So still picking up some baseball stuff here and there. And what's caught my eye lately is the 1968 Topps games, as well as the 69 Decal Edges. So, picked up a few of those. Let's get out of the glare here. Got a Pete Rose in a 7. These are sweet for the grade and the cost for most of the players. Obviously, a mantle is a little crazy, but 7s and below are Super Bowl affordable. The 8s is where it hits that big jump for all of them. I think I got this for like 25 bucks. For a 7, you can't beat that. And I'm doing the moderns and the vintage of those because Heritage has done some of that as well. So I got these off the same seller. I got a Miggy PSA 10. These are from 17 Heritage. And I got the Arenado from 17. How do I stay out of this glare? That's a little better. I am not picking up those whole sets by any means. Just key guys, so maybe 6-7 of them of each in the vintage side of things. But did get 3 of them in raw just because it was a cheap auction, and just in case I don't see a Rod Carew graded 5 or 6 that looks good. I grabbed one that, if I get a 5 or a 6, I imagine it's going to cost me between 20 and 25. $3 auction win, another $9 to sub it or whatever. It'll be half the cost. So we'll see. And then I'll say I got one giant one here for the end. Another just visual stimuli card. Way overdue. But with, the Project 2020 out and all the cards that they're doing for that, it's like, kind of checks you a little bit. Like, hey, fool, why don't you have, like, the real card of this yet? For PSA 9, it's, I think I got like 27 bucks on this or something like that. And it's a damn good looking 9. So, it is what it is. I'm not paying for that 10. I did not watch Griffey enough in the late 90s, early 2000s for him to ever be my guy. But still love his game and still a benchmark in the hobby. So happy to have that one. That one will display well. I mentioned the Decal Edge. I've got 2 of the modern Decal Edges. It's a Scherzer and a Bryce Harper. So this is my first vintage one. And you can get some different players in the Decal Edge than you can in the 68 Topps game, which is what I'm looking for a little bit. There's a couple of repeats, and we'll see how much I get doubles of or whatever. I might get both Willie Mays, but other than that, I'll get different guys, so there's no overlap and more dudes are represented when I display this. But the Bob Gibson, I don't know if Bob Gibson has a picture that just doesn't look classic and iconic. And I am always super jealous of that man's jaw. He is just a solid, well-built dude, good-looking fella, and just a menacing jaw in my book. picked up a magazine too. I got a couple of these on the way, different ones. But these are just, I don't know, people aren't buying them or whatever for display pieces, so they're just stupid cheap. I think I paid $6 for this, maybe 4 shipping or something like that. It was might have been $9 total. It was. This is the only one that I got that does have this sticker. I was able to find cheap ones without the stickers, but this one I couldn't find it without a sticker, so I just went for the cheaper version. I'll never get it graded. Obviously, guys, hold you hostage a little bit for condition, and unless it's already graded in that, who the hell, what's that called, CGC or whatever. I don't really care as long as the pictures look fantastic. So this is from September 20th, 1971. John Brody. He was the previous year's NFL MVP. Watch out. Most people don't know the 49ers were legit back then. 70, 71, 72. But all 3 years, the Cowboys knocked us out of the friggin' playoffs. 2 of the years, the Cowboys beat us in the championship game. And then they went on to the Super Bowls. I think they went 1-1 there, but and then the other year we lost to the Cowboys in the divisional. So Roger Staubach prevented this guy from being a legend. Probably Bob Lilly had something to do with it too, but 49ers could have had almost 2 dynasties there if it weren't for the Cowboys already in the midst of theirs in the 70s. But really good looking. And I'll have a couple of those. I don't plan on hanging them up yet just because I don't have the space in the layout, but salting them away for when the opportunity presents itself. So, got a monster here. Super happy about this. One of these was listed, and I lost it. I think I put a $500 bid on it. I know most people say wait till the last minute. Sometimes I just miss the bid. It's at the end, I got a job, I got kids, I can't follow every auction. I try. I'm a fiend on the phone. Don't get me wrong there, but so I put in some big bids just to scare people away to a certain degree. It's not my max bid, but I put in big bids early just to get the riffraff out of there, right? That's my technique for the most part. But I lost it, and it went over 600. And then about 2 weeks later, it popped up again. And at the time, and I did the strategy a little bit different, went slower, hoping it would stay lower. But as I was posturing to win in the last couple days, I matched up serial numbers, and it was actually the exact same card that I'd lost like 2 or 3 weeks previous. So I don't know, the guy just bought it, and then, because it was different sellers, so the guy bought it, and then realized he should not have purchased the card or something like that, and he took a L on that one. So I won this mofo for a fair amount less than the first time. I got it. You can look it up because it's Pop 7, so you'll see it. And I won it for $460. And not gonna lie to you, I was like, holy shit, I won that. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna win. Oh crap, I won that. What am I gonna do? Because I had just bought 2 Ted Williams in the days previous, and I wasn't sitting on that cash at the moment. Like I said, Pop 7 on this bad boy, but just beautiful card. But kind of gave the story of the last one. The football gods were looking upon me. I'll drink to that. The hobby gods, excuse me. And a guy that said, hey, hold this card for me after my last sub, and I'll buy it from you next paycheck or whatever. I completely forgot about it. Well, he said at the end of the month, but he hits me up at the middle of the month, and it was the next day. I won this at night. The next morning, he's like, hey, send me an invoice for that. Boom. Slides me $200 for the card I sold him. Whew. All right, we're getting there, right? Where's these Project 2020 cards? I still got they got some value in them. So I ended up selling 4 of those for about another $180 or something like that. So that made that a whole lot easier. So thanks to the hobby gods, big ups to them. Pop 7, 5-star rookie of Juan Soto, and my first Juan Soto auto. I'd been looking for this for a while. I just could not spend $350 for a raw, and that's what everybody was listing it at. I didn't know what I had made some big ass offers on this on a raw card where I was just like, man, what if this thing grades as an 8? I'm gonna be pissed, right? And so when the 10s came up, I was like, I'm ready to go in because I would much rather spend that extra than slab this sucker and get an 8. But since I've got all of his rookie cards non-auto in PSA 10 already, I was like, all right, I want to at least get an auto, one of the autos in a PSA 10 because the other ones are like 3 of his auto rookies are listed or like out of 10, and they're wicked expensive because they got vicious patches in them, Topps Dynasties. So super happy with that. I got a Victor Robles that matches it to a T because they had the same rookie year, so I will get to sub that now. And while I will not have an auto PC of baseball per se, I will have a couple, and they will look nice and shiny. So that's what I got for you. Yeah, I'm super stoked about that. That is nasty. And one of those cards, I just keep like looking at it, because 5-star, everybody, how can you not love some 5-star? But on card, you get so many autos nowadays where like the dude signs up here and some ink that matches his uniform, and so all you see is like this loop kicking out over here and a damn line kicking out of his back. Like maybe there's an auto on that, and this one was fully intended to be an auto card, so real happy with that. So that's what I got for you. Again, happy pre-Friday, almost to the weekend, and keep up making your content. Thanks for watching. Later.